हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम ज्योति झा एंड वेलकम टू एनसीईआरटी द माइंड। तो आज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे अरिहंत वर्कबुक क्लास 6 इंग्लिश का चैप्टर 7 फेयर प्ले। तो चलिए पढ़ना स्टार्ट करते हैं। आप भी अपना वर्कबुक निकालिए और मेरे साथ साथ बनाना स्टार्ट कीजिए। और अगर आपके पास वर्कबुक नहीं है तो लिंक मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दिया है, आप वहाँ जाके इसे खरीद सकते हैं। तो चलिए पढ़ना स्टार्ट करते हैं। चैप्टर 7 है फेयर प्ले। ठीक है, वेरी शॉर्ट आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चंस। ठीक है, नेम द टू फ्रेंड्स मेंशन्ड इन द स्टोरी फेयर प्ले, जुम्मन एंड अलगू। What was the understanding between Jumman and his old aunt? She would stay with him and he would look after her. Then only his old aunt will give her property for him. Did the arrangement between Jumman and his aunt work well? No. Who called the first panchayat? तो जुम्मन्स ओल्ड आंट। ठीक है, वेयर वॉज द विलेज पंचायत हेल्ड? अंडर एन ओल्ड banyan tree. In whose favor was the decision made by Algu, Jumman's aunt? What was Samjhu Sahu's occupation? He was a cart driver. What did Algu sell to Sahu? Why? Algu sold his bullock to Sahu and Sahu promised to pay the price within a month. Who called the second panchayat? Algu. In whose favor did Jumman pronounce his verdict? In Algu's favor. Short answer type questions. How did the attitude of Jumman and his wife change towards their old aunt? Jumman became as indifferent to her as his wife. What did the aunt suggest to Jumman when she could no longer bear the insult in Jumman's house? She demanded monthly allowance from Jumman and wanted to cook her food separately. How did Jumman respond to the arrangement suggested by his aunt? He said no to his aunt and insulted her. What pleas did the old lady make to Algu? She pleased Algu to come to Panchayat and speak the truth. Why did the old lady nominate Algu as the head punch even though she knew that Jumman and Algu were friends? She trusted that as punch, Algu could not let his personal feelings come in the way of doing justice. What verdict was delivered by Algu as the head punch of the Panchayat? Algu said that Jammu had to pay monthly allowance to his aunt. How did Algu's judgment impact his friendship with Jumman? Jammu gets angry and considered Algu and his friend. How did Sahu react when he was reminded that he had not paid money to Algu? Sahu got very annoyed. Why did Sahu propose the name of Jumman as the head punch? In dispute with Algu, Sahu thought that if Jumman is made the punch, he will take his revenge from Algu and rest the case in favor of Sahu. Why did Jumman want to seek revenge from Algu? Algu became Jumman's enemy after he took the side of his aunt and wanted his revenge. What realization dawned upon Jumman when he became the judge of the Sahu-Algu matter? They realized that he must not allow his personal feelings to come in the way of speaking the truth and doing justice. What was the judgment given by Jumman? Did justice prevail? Sahu had to pay the price of bullock to Algu. How did Jumman and Algu become friends again at the end of the story? After giving the right judgment, Jumman felt had for the attitude and Jammu felt bad for his attitude and became friends again with Algu. Long answer type questions. Why did Jumman and Algu become each other's enemies? Were they able to become friends again? The bond of friendship between Algu and Jumman was broken often. Algu and given a verdict in favor of Jumman's aunt. Jumman became angry and wanted revenge, but later they both became friends. What trouble did Algu have with Sahu? What did he decide to do to get himself out of the problem? Algu sell his bullocks to Sahu and Sahu promised to pay for them within a month, but unfortunately the bullocks died and Sahu refused to pay for them. Then Algu decided to go to Panchayat for his justice. What important message has the author of the chapter Fair Play conveyed to the readers by means of the verdict in the two cases? The moral of the story Fair Play is that honesty and fairness are always the best policy. God lives in the heart of the Panch and his voice is the voice of God. Justify with the help of examples, incident from the chapter. तो ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर आपको खुद लिखना है. What according to you is more important, maintaining one's friendship of or following the path of truth and justice? Which option did Jumman and Algu choose? VVQ है, ये खुद ही बनाना है. Extract best questions. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. For many days, the old lady was seen talking to the villagers, explaining her case and seeking their support. Some sympathized with her, others launched at her, and a few others advised her to make it up with her nephew and his wife. At last, she came to Algu Chaudhary and spoke to him. You know, Chachi, Jumman is my best friend. How can I go against him? Algu said, but is it right, my son, to keep mum and not say what you consider just and fair? Pleaded the old lady. ठीक है, अब इसमें क्वेश्चन है कि which old lady has been referred to in the lines mentioned here? Jumman's old aunt. How did the villagers respond when the old lady asked for their help? Some sympathized with her, others launched at her, and a few advised to make it up with her nephew and his wife. Whose help did the seek in the end? Algu. Why was Algu unwilling to help the old lady? तो क्या होगा इसका? 4 number, D number. Jumman was his friend and he did not want to go against him. टिक लगाएंगे. Which of the following words is the synonym of pleaded? तो इसका होगा requested. टिक लगा देंगे. ठीक है. The panchayat was held the same evening under an old banyan tree. Jumman stood up and said, the voice of the punch is the voice of God. Let my aunt nominate the head punch. I will abide by her decision. The punch knows neither friend nor enemy. What do you say to Algu Chaudhary? The old lady announced. Fine, replied Jumman, hiding his joy over his अनएक्सपेक्टेड पीस ऑफ लक। ठीक है, क्वेश्चन है कि होम डिड द आंट नॉमिनेट एज द हेड पंच? अलगू चौधरी। वाई वॉज जुम्मन हैप्पी विद द नॉमिनेशन? बिकॉज ही थिंक दैट हिज फ्रेंड विल टेक हिज साइड। What did the old lady mean when she said, "The punch knows neither friend nor enemy"? She said that justice is equal for all four friends and for enemies too. Find out the word from the passage which means to choose. Nominate. ठीक है, which of the following is anonym of the word unexpected? तो एंटीसिपेटेड। ठीक है, टिक लगाएंगे। उसके बाद है इमेजिनेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस। हाउ डू यू थिंक द स्टोरी वुड हैव एंडेड इफ जुम्मन एंड नॉट रियलाइज हिज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज अ जज? तो ये खुद ही लिखना है आपको। Let us suppose that you are Jumman's old aunt who is being ill treated after transferring all her property to Jumman. What course of action would you take? खुद ही बनाना है। पंचायती राज is a very old age rural justice system. Even now, many villages practice this form of justiciary performance. Do you think it is just and fair or based and unfair? Express your views in the space below, space given below. तो ये भी आपको खुद ही बनाना है। तो आपका वर्कबुक कंप्लीट हो चुका है। तो आप चैप्टर पढ़िए, ठीक है, और वर्कबुक रिवीजन ज़रूर कीजिए। इससे आपका एग्ज़ाम में अच्छा मार्क्स आएगा, आप अच्छे से लिख पाएंगे। तो कंप्लीट हो चुका है। कैसा लगा आपको मेरा पढ़ाना, मुझे ज़रूर बताइए। अच्छा लगा हो तो एनसीईआरटी द माइंड को लाइक सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और पास में दिए गए बेल आइकन को ज़रूर प्रेस कर दीजिए ताकि एनसीईआरटी से रिलेटेड हर वीडियोज़ आपके पास समय से पहुंचती रहे। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय, टेक केयर, थैंक्स टू वॉच माई वीडियो।